Good afternoon, students. So today we are going to see the fifth module, and the name of the module is the Information Technology Act 2000. So this module consists of only one chapter. So an electronic communication provides a cheaper, easy to operate and retrieve and faster processing of transactions. The Information Technology Act 2000 is an important legislation in this behalf that seeks to provide legal recognition for transactions carried out by means of electronic data interchange and other means of electronic communication, which is commonly referred as e-commerce. It involves the use of alternatives to paper-based methods of communication and storage of information to facilitate electronic filing of documents with the agency's consent. So this IT Act allows unrestricted monitoring of all electronic communication, even for non-cognizable offenses. This act aims to provide the legal infrastructure for e-commerce in India. Though India lacks a full-fledged ICT framework for implementation of e-governance, yet IT Act per se is playing an important role to facilitate e-governance by giving legal recognition to and promoting online filing of income tax returns, corporate returns, etc. So in this module we are going to see what exactly the Information Technology Act aim and objectives, what are the major concepts we'll be using over here, and further part. So the Information Technology Act is an important law related to the Indian cyber laws. It aims at promoting e-commerce and facilitating e-governance. So this act strives to achieve the following objectives: to give legal recognition to transactions done by electronic way or by the use of internet, to grant legal recognition to digital signature for accepting any agreement via computer, to provide facility of filing documents online, to authorize any undertaking to store their data in electronic storage, to prevent cyber crime by imposing high penalty for such crimes and protect privacy of internet users, to keep legal recognition for keeping books of account by bankers and undertaking in electronic form. So these are the main objectives of this Information Act 2000. Then scope of the act. The act attempt to address the following issues. First one, legal recognition of electronic documents, legal recognition of digital signature, offenses and contraventions, justice dispensation system for cyber crimes. So as per the section 1 of 4, provisions of this act shall not apply to the following documents or transaction. First one, a negotiable instrument, a power of attorney, a trust, a will as defined in clause H of section 2 of Indian Succession Act 1925, any contract for the sale or conveyance of immovable property or any interest in such property, any such class of documents or transaction as may be notified by the central government in the official gazette. So these act shall not be applied to these following transactions. Next we'll see what are the major concepts. So in this major concept we are going to see the terms which we'll be using in the Information Technology Act. So first one is access, means gaining entry into, instructing or communicating with the logical, arithmetic or memory function resources of a computer system or computer network. Access is nothing but, you can say, nothing but having access to the use of the resources, gaining entry to the particular usage of a resource. Next one, it's an addressee. He is a person who is intended by the originator to receive the electronic record but does not include any intermediary. So addressee is nothing but the person who is intended by the originator to receive an electronic document, not by a third person. Then adjudicating officer means an adjudicating officer appointed under section 46.1. Affixing digital signature, it is nothing but adoption of any methodology or procedure by a person for the purpose of authenticating an electronic record by means of digital signature. Then appropriate government, it means as respects any matter relating to any state law enacted under list 3 of the 7th schedule to the constitution. Asymmetric crypto system means a system of a secure key pair consisting of a private key for creating a digital signature and public key to verify the digital signature. Next is a certifying authority. It means a person who has been granted a license to issue a digital signature certificate under section 24. Certification practice statement, it means a statement issued by a certifying authority to specify the practices that the certifying authority employs in issuing digital signature certificates. Computer, it means any electronic, magnetic, optical or other high speed data processing device or a system which performs logical, arithmetic and memory functions by manipulation of electronic, magnetic or optical impulses and includes all input-output processing, storage, computer software or communication facilities which are connected or related to the computer in a computer system or computer network. Computer network means the interconnection of one or more computers through the use of satellite, microwave, terrestrial line or other communication media, or it can be through terminal or a complex consisting of two or more interconnected computers whether or not the interconnection is continuously maintained. Next one is a computer system. It means a device or a collection of devices including input and output support devices and excluding calculators which are not programmable and capable of being used in conjunction with the external files, which contain computer programs, electronics instructions, input data and output data that performs logic, arithmetic, data storage and retrieval, communication control and other functions. Data means a representation of information, knowledge, facts, concepts or instructions which are being prepared or have been prepared in a formalized manner and is intended to be processed, is being processed or has been processed in a computer system or computer network and may be in the form including computer printouts, magnetic or optical storage media, punched cards, punched tapes or stored internally in the memory of the computer. Digital signature means the authentication of any electronic record by a subscriber by means of an electronic method or procedure in accordance with provisions of section 3. Next one is the electronic form. With reference to the information means any information generated, sent, received or stored in media, magnetic, optical, computer memory, microfilm, computer generated microfiches or similar device. Electronic gadget means the official gadget published in the electronic form. Electronic record means data record or data generated, image or sound stored, received or sent in an electronic form or microfilm or computer generated microfiche. Information includes data, text, images, sound, voice, codes, computer programs, softwares and databases or microfilm or computer generated microfiches. Intermediary with respect to any particular electronic message means any person who on behalf of another person receives, stores or transmits that message or provides any service with respect to that message. Key pair in an asymmetric crypto system means a private key and its mathematically related public key, which are so related that the public key can verify a digital signature created by the private key. Then some of the important provisions of the act which we will discuss now. The first one is a digital signature, nothing but authentication of electronic documents, electronic governance, legal recognition of electronic records, legal recognition of digital signature, use of electronic records and digital signatures in government and its agencies, retention of electronic records, publication of rule, regulation, etc. in electronic gadget, then power to make rules by central government in respect of digital signature. So we'll see these important provisions of the act in detail now one by one. So first one is a digital signature, that is authentication of electronic records. A digital signature is basically a way to ensure that an electronic record or a document, it may be an email, spreadsheet, text file, etc., is authenticate. The act contains the following provisions in relation to digital signature. So first one, any subscribers may authenticate an electronic record by affixing his digital signature. The authentication of the electronic record shall be affected by the use of asymmetric crypto system and hash function, which envelop and transform the initial electronic record into another electronic record. Third one, it's a hash function, means an algorithm mapping or translation of one sequence of bits into another, generally smaller, set known as hash result, such that an electronic record yield the same hash result every time the algorithm is executed with the same electronic record as its input, making it computationally infeasible. So to derive or reconstruct the original electronic record from the hash result produced by the algorithm, so this is infeasible. The two electronic records can produce the same hash result using the algorithm. Then any person, by the use of a public key of the subscriber, can verify the electronic record. The private key and the public key are unique to the subscriber and constitute a functioning key pair. So second one, it's a electronic governance, that is legal recognition of electronic records. E-governance is the public sector's use of information and communication technologies with the aim of proving information and service delivery, encouraging citizen participation in the decision-making process, and making government more accountable, transparent, and effective. The three main target groups that can be distinguished in governance concepts are government, citizens, and business or interest groups. Generally, four basic models of e-governance are available, that is government to citizen, nothing but a customer, government to employees, government to government, and intergovernmental, that is government to business. Where any law provides that information or any other matter shall be in writing or in the typewritten or in a printed form, then notwithstanding anything contained in such law, such requirement shall be deemed to have been satisfied if such information or matter is rendered or made available in an electronic form and accessible so as to be usable for a subsequent references. Then third one is a legal recognition of digital signature. A digital signature is an electronic or digital equivalent of a physical signature. Just as a paper signature on a paper document establishes the origin of that document, a digital signature affixed to a digital document establishes the original of that digital document. Digital signatures are considered much more secure and foolproof compared to physical signatures. Where any law provides that information or any other matter shall be authenticated by affixing the signature, or any document shall be signed or bear the signature of any person, then, notwithstanding anything contained in such law, such requirements shall be deemed to have been satisfied if such information or matter is authenticated by a means of digital signature affixed in such a manner as may be prescribed by the central government. The next one is a use of electronic records and digital signatures in government and its agencies. Because of the higher security associated with digital signatures and many advantages associated with storing documents electronically, governments in many countries, including India of course, have passed laws and regulations encouraging the usage of digitally signed electronic documents rather than paper documents. In India, for instance, income tax returns, corporate returns, etc. are to be digitally signed and uploaded electronically. Where any law provides for the filing of any form, application, or any other document with any office, authority, body, or agency owned or controlled by the appropriate government in a particular manner. The issue or grant of any license, permit, sanction, or approval by whatever name called in a particular manner. The receipt or a payment of a money in a particular manner, then notwithstanding anything contained in any other law for the time being in force, such requirement shall be deemed to have been satisfied if such filing, issue, grant, receipt, or payment, as the case may be, is effected by means of such electronic form as may be prescribed by the appropriate government. The second one, what it says is that appropriate government may, for the purpose of subsection 1 by rule, prescribe that the manner and the format in which such electronic records shall be filed, created, or issued, the manner or a method of payment of any fee or charges for filing, creation, or issue any electronic record under clause A. So the next one is a retention of electronic records. Where any law provides the documents, records, or information shall be retained for any specific period, that requirement shall be deemed to have been satisfied if such documents, records, or informations are retained in the electronic form, if the information contained therein remains accessible so as to be usable for a subsequent reference. The electronic record is retained in the format in which it was originally generated, sent, or received, or in a format which can be demonstrated to represent accurately the information originally generated, sent, or received. The details which will facilitate the identification of the origin, destination, date, and the time of dispatch or receipt of such electronic record are available in the electronic record. So next one is a publication of rules and regulations in the electronic gazette. Where any law provides that any rule, regulation, order, bylaw, notification, or any other manner shall be published in the official gazette, then such requirement shall be deemed to have been satisfied if such rules, regulations, order, bylaw, notification, or any other matter is published in the official gazette or electronic gazette. Provided that where any rule, regulation, order, bylaw, notification, or any other matter is published in the official gazette or electronic gazette, the date of Publication shall be deemed to be the date of the gadget which was first published in any form. A person has no right to insist on accepting document in electronic form. Next one is power to make rules by central government in respect of digital signature. The central government may, for the purposes of this act by rule, prescribe the type of digital signature, the manner and format in which the digital signature shall be affixed, the manner or a procedure which facilitates identification of the person affixing the digital signature, control processes and procedures to ensure adequate integrity, security and confidentiality of electronic records or payments, and any other matter which is necessary to give legal effect to digital signatures. So these all rules the central government may prescribe so as to get the authentication of the digital signature. So the further part we'll see in the next video.